Alright, here goes the N1WK 903 transverter. Just kludged it together here for a test, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in transmit. So you can see that 10 milliwatts, and you see you get a couple indicators here, but if I keep going up with the power, you can see that start to climb. And unfortunately, well, fortunately, probably, if I crank it all the way up, it just almost hits the first red bar, but that's about it. And we're transmitting, and you can see a little spike on my RTLSDR. So it looks to be working. I can't, I don't have anything to generate a signal to receive, but it seems to be working. So definitely when I kicked it on too, if I shut it off, you definitely hear something going on. So don't really have an antenna, but there it is, W1UJ. All right. Now on to the 2 meter version. Kim thinks it's a very low input, and I agree with him. Just to show it, the power is cranked all the way down, negative 10 dB, and if I throw it in the transmit, it'll just peg it. So we won't do that too often. We'll have to choke that down. All right. So here's the N1WK 2 meter module. Right now, I tried to do the modification to take the high gain stage out, but it just wasn't enough drive. So here it is right here. See if it focuses up. Right there. Right there. I took it out, shorted it across, and now with 150 milliwatts, I couldn't even bring up 3 bars on the front. So what I did was I adjusted that potentiometer all the way down and put the transmitter at 10 milliwatts, and this is what we get. Just about perfect. So what also I did was I threw it on my my other TS2000 over here, and I did the voice gear into the dummy load.
Seeking contest, November 1, Whiskey Kilo, November 1, Whiskey Kilo contest.
Let's see, I'll shut off the light.
Seeking contest, November 1, Whiskey Kilo, November 1, Whiskey Kilo contest.
And of course, I have my my rig on an attenuator. Let's see here.
Seeking contest, November 1, Whiskey Kilo, November 1, Whiskey Kilo contest.
So 2 bands down, 1 to go. Upside down.
Seeking contest, November 1, Whiskey Kilo, November 1, Whiskey Kilo contest.
Alright, we're trying to work on the 1296 transverter. Right now, we have the cap right there. Cap right here. Also the dummy load, which is connected through coax to the chassis or the heatsink there. Got to take those out for the low drive input. We got to add the TXIF coax jumper to the BNC connector, and got to put some RF through this thing and see if we can make the K3 work it. Right now it's configured far right. 1 puff, 50 ohms, 50 ohm 30 watt resistor, and then we gotta find a 220 ohm quarter watt. Alright, new coax, new input coax done. Get the focus in there. New coax installed. Dummy 50 ohm load removed. New BNC connectors installed. And I think we're ready to rock out. No, I gotta change that cap with a 220 ohm resistor. As a matter of fact, this came out of the old unit. So let me throw that in and we'll fire it up. Alright, let's try the final installation. Well, I kind of had a somewhat of a mishap. Even though the indicator lights only show a couple LEDs there, as you can see. The current draw is significant. And also the frequency is pretty good too. It's pretty much right on. I'm the carrier on my little RTL SDR, and if I tune up, I'm transmitting into a big dummy load on the floor. It seems to be working pretty good. So I think we got VHF. And the funny thing is, I made a cell phone call, and I did hear some noise chirp by when I just had this in idle in the background. So that was pretty cool. So something's working. So we're in good shape. All right, I got the 903 back in line, and well, it's actually 902. So I was 1 megahertz off on my testing, and instead of watching the meter, which the meter seems to be indicating a little low, but the current again is very, very high, and the signal's right dead on 902 now that I've moved it. So we're pretty good shape.
Seeking contest, November 1, Whiskey Kilo, November 1, Whiskey Kilo contest.
Sweet. Alright, here we go. This is the N1WK VHF switching system. It's kind of a mess. Kim's going to be mounting it, but essentially we got some driver relays. Snagged a little eBay step-up transformer, a little power supply, a little switcher. Don't know if it introduces any noise yet, but we'll find out. And we got big the BNC silver coax relays. We got input and output. We got 2 banks of those. So we're going to switch it all with a top 10 band decoder. Let's try it. So I tried to keep the pin out. See, the power supply came on. See if it works, please. Yep, there you go, right here. Oh, it's right here, and that relay right there. It's 2 meters. 220. Cool. It's working. 432. That one might be flipped, but that's 903. And that's actually that's 1296, and that's a spare. Awesome. Seems to be working. Actually, you know what? Let's do a real test. Let's fire up the rig. There's all the transverters we're going to be pushing. So that's on 1296 now. Yep, 1296. Let me switch bands. .903. Back to 1296. Awesome. Working like a champ. I'll probably leave that on tonight just to make sure the power supply beats it. Maybe I'll put on a couple relays. Thanks. Another thing I did was I took 100 watts, but the power supply couldn't handle it. So I took 50 watts and I just pumped it through the dummy load just to make sure there's not any noticeable losses, and make sure each input and output are going to be okay for the VHF contest with the 28 megahertz IF. Seems to be pretty good. Okay, the ongoing 1296 drama. Check this out. I come out here this morning, out of nowhere, just fire it up. Not only does it get the 10 watts it was getting, we get almost, there you go, almost 30 watts. Till the power supply kicks out. So there it is, folks. We have 1296 in the N1WK Rover. There you go, 25 watts without even trying. There's your slug. Let's try this.
Seeking contest, November 1, Whiskey Kilo, November 1, Whiskey Kilo contest.